In this video, I want to go through this worksheet that I created so that you can compare your dog food to other dog foods as well as against the ancestral diet. It's very easy. Let me go through it here, but I've also got the explanation typed into this worksheet so that you can just follow along. Basically, let's start from the top in the gray area. What we want to do is we want an apples to apples comparison so that we can compare our dog food or dog treats against other dog food or dog treats, and all of it against the ancestral diet. Okay. Now there's three nutrients we're going to want to compare: protein, fat, and carbohydrates. And what we do is we extract some of that data, which is found on the packaging that you purchase for your dog food or dog treats, and then we put that data into this spreadsheet model. So let's run through that so you can see how that works. Now, as an example, I pulled what's called the guaranteed analysis for our own Peak Power dog treats, which is a dog treat product that we create. The guaranteed analysis, which you'll see here, that is found or should be found on all commercial dog food or dog treats that are sold. It's usually on the back of the packaging. It's a small table, and it's basically going to have these four key variables: protein, fat, crude fiber, and moisture. For Peak Power dog treats, I've copied that. That's on our packaging in here, and you can see percentages here. So once you've been able to locate that, the next is to go to step 2. We're going to want to first calculate the protein percent. So the protein is a very simple equation here, but this spreadsheet, all you need to do is grab some of the variables up here and enter them in down here. So the cells that I have highlighted in yellow, you would enter those variables. Any other cell that's not in yellow, and there's only 3 in this worksheet, every other cell in white is an equation, so don't change that. So all you do is you would go to this cell here and you would enter in 43.2% or 0.432, which we find is protein up here. For moisture, it's 36.3, which we find is up here. And then that will then automatically compute our protein dry matter basis percent here. Okay. Now, don't worry about what protein dry matter basis percent means. Let's go ahead and finish calculating everything, and then I'll show you at the bottom of the sheet how to compare. So the next variable is to put fat. So in this case, our fat is 19.7%, and we enter it in down here. This is a cell in yellow, and then it will automatically compute the equations that we need. There's nothing in this block that we need to do. Again, these are in white. Those are equations. So next, really, what this worksheet does is it calculates these two banks down here. So essentially, we really want to look at is step 5, compare to ancestral percentages, which really ultimately is shown to be the best percentages between fat, protein, and carbohydrates to feed our dogs. So let's compare our Peak Power treats against the ancestral percentages. So the ancestral diet percentages are down here, and you can see these for our Peak Power dog treats. These numbers are being pulled from the equations up here. So if you compare it directly, the protein is at 67.8%. versus ancestral diet seeks to be at 56%. Our fat is right in line at 30%. Ours is 30.9%. And then carbohydrate is 14%. Ours is at 1.3%. Now, discrepancies like with our product is our product is just a complete meat product. We don't include carbohydrates in there. But if you were purchasing dog food, you would really want your dog food to very closely approximate these percentages because that's ideally going to be the majority of their food that they're going to consume. Giving them treats is a small percent, so these numbers can be off, but you really want to compare dog food and make sure it's in line with these percentages right here. So again, this spreadsheet is very simple. Just enter the data into the cells in yellow. It will automatically compute everything else for you. Now this spreadsheet is a Microsoft Excel format. If you do not have Microsoft Excel, which you have to purchase, you can easily open this spreadsheet in the free Google Sheets application. All you need to have is a free Gmail account, and then you can access Google Sheets. And when you open this, it will look exactly in Google Sheets as it does here. It will have all the right color cells, the right flow, and you will see that same as here, you just enter this data into these yellow cells to be able to derive your protein, fat, and carbohydrate percentages.